Hello, my name's Alex Schadenberg, and I'm the Executive Director of the Euthanasia Prevention Coalition in Canada and internationally. And one of the things that I'm wanting to talk about is how jurisdictions that are debating the legalization of euthanasia and assisted suicide, and there's many doing so in the states in the US and different countries, they should first really be examining what's happening with the Canadian experience with euthanasia. What has been hidden in the euthanasia debate are the stories of pressure and coercion that have happened in our country of Canada. And the following represents only a sample of the many stories from Canada. In fact, there's going to be a large document coming out fairly soon from our organization about some of these stories. Euthanasia was sold to Canadians in 2015, 2016 as legislation with safeguards that would only be for terminally ill people who were suffering and nearing death. In 2016, it was implied that requests for euthanasia would be made by the patient only and not suggested by medical professionals. In August of 2016, Candace Lewis, now remember this is only 2 months after legalization, Candace Lewis, who was 25, who was born with multiple disabilities, was pressured by a doctor, she was in Newfoundland, to ask for an assisted death. Candace was very sick and she was receiving treatment. The doctor asked her mother if she knew that assisted death was legalized. Her mother said no. The doctor said that he supported assisted death and wanted to help her. The doctor was told her that the doctor was told that they weren't interested in an assisted death. The doctor then told her mother that she was selfish, and she then challenged Candace by saying, "Do you know how sick you are?" What happened is that Sheila, Candace's mother, took Candace home and had her cared for at home. Candace got better. The picture you see here is after she had gotten better. Roger Foley lives with cerebral ataxia. This is a neurodegenerative condition. And he launched a lawsuit in August of 2018 when after a hospital in Canada offered him MAID euthanasia but would not provide him with assisted living. Foley was denied self-directed care by the province of Ontario. The hospital then gave him a choice of MAID or paying $1,500 a day to stay at the hospital. In August 2020, Isabel McKenzie, a seniors advocate in British Columbia, reported that some nursing home residents had requested an assisted death based on the social isolated related to the COVID pandemic. These people were not necessarily terminally ill or dying. In November 2020, a long-term care resident, Nancy Russell, requested and died by euthanasia because she wanted to avoid another COVID-19 lockdown. The story referred to Russell as a social and spry person who suffered during the first lockdown. She had other health-related issues, but she was not terminally ill. She was not dying. In July 2019, Alan Nichols, who was living with chronic depression, died by euthanasia. Alan was not physically ill, but was experiencing suicidal ideation, which was not new for him, and he wanted to die. Doctors approved him for euthanasia. His family begged the doctors to reevaluate Alan, but the doctors refused. Euthanasia and assisted suicide, as I say, has really grown quickly in Canada, has really changed drastically in a very few short years. Before legalizing or even debating euthanasia and assisted suicide, countries need to consider the Canadian experience. Thank you.